Welcome back for part 2 of unbelievable shelling at Keewaydin Island. Little tiny tusk shell. There's little rice olives. Oh wow. There's another one. Another little window. Ah! Another button and a little baby cone. Oh, how cute. Now, if you missed last week, we're just going to do a quick little recap here and show a couple of highlights from some of the awesome finds that we did actually get last week in part 1 of this fun Keewaydin adventure. And remember, this was a group shelling event with Sarasota Shell Club, and much thanks to Hemingway Water Shuttle for getting us out there for this exquisite negative low tide. We had an absolutely beautiful, quiet sunrise boat ride out there on glass water conditions. Gorgeous ride to get out to Keewaydin. And then once we got there, the Shellapalooza was on. I mean, started right off with that great alphabet cone. Found so many amazing conchs and whelks, I don't even know where to start, including a monster beautiful whelk and that humongous horse conch. Literally, when I picked it out of there, like, there was this much of the spindle sticking out, and when I started pulling on it, I couldn't believe it. Oh my gosh, that was incredible. We had some really great discoveries in both the bigs and the small shells out there already, having found a little dusky cone, lots of little juvenile fighting conchs, little juvenile horse conchs with some really pretty shells, some really cute stuff. But we're about to find a whole different side of Keewaydin by just going from over here on the Gulf side to kind of around in where the water cuts in between. So we're going to see some of the similar stuff and then some completely different stuff, including those awesome wentletraps that I teased beginning of last week's video, some dwarf olives, some Nassaus, all kinds of really awesome smalls. And if you just happen to stumble across this channel by accident, go ahead and give us a subscribe and a like, and you will automatically get updated if you hit the notifications every time I post some more really fun beachy content that's designed to show you how accessible a place is, how many shells there are, and where you might want to go shell to maximize your time on your Florida vacation. Let's get back out to Keewaydin Island. Oh, he's pretty. And the color on that. Wow. Oh, is he still alive? Yeah. He is still alive, I believe. Yep. Yep, I see critter. Okay, we're gonna admire your gorgeous shell for a second. Look at that purple right there. How pretty. Wow. Here you go, little friend. Look. Another sand dollar. Oh, nice. Maybe 3 sand quarters. This. Big pen shells. See if there's any more big stuff over here. No, mostly just broken things. Is that alive? Or is that collectible? Oh, it's not. Oh, what a beautiful lightning whelk, though. He's so pretty. All right, friend. I sure like your house, but it's still yours. Another big chunk. Monster huge chunks of whelk out here. Just incredible the stuff we've seen so far today. Cool stuff all over. Now, what was that? It's a little sunray Venus clam. How lovely. Nice. Water's getting a little bit higher. So my chance to work out on these flats is quickly disappearing. Hey! Oh! Really quite shallow for a ways here. So far, I'm finding bigger things in the water and smaller, really fun things on shore. Having an excellent time. And there's lots of places to still check and look. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, that's monster big. That's a huge eastern oyster. Look at the size of that. Whoa. He's awesome. I'm gonna keep that. Go with my big giant whelk and my big giant horse conch. Is that a little whelk? I think so. It is. That's a nice one. What a beauty. Look at the lines. Wow. That's a great shell. Oh, and look at how it ends on that edge, on that dark lip. Oh, hey. Hubba hubba. That is sweet. My gosh, I can't get over the amount of fighting conchs over here too. Unreal. Is another whelk? It is. Ooh, a fun repair too. That's a nice lightning whelk there. Another big monster broken one in front of me. What's that guy? Oh, slipper snail. I was hoping for a guy. Another nice big live lightning whelk in a gorgeous orange. That's absolutely stunningly beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous shell. Wow. You're pretty, pal. No doubt about it. Alright, so what's up in here with this big bunch of driftwood? Anything good? Let's open stuff and see. No, you can't. It's really stuck. Yep, it's really stuck. Ooh, little whelk there? Yeah. Oh, he's in kind of tough shape, so I'm gonna leave him. Oh, I had a little drill and I dropped it. Wonder where it went. I don't know what it is. Nice. Tiny olive. Nice big fat lettered olive. Look at that. Wow. What'd you find? Big fat guy.
Oh, look at that. Wow, look at this.
Oh, that's a beaut. That orange. Oh my gosh, I just picked that one up.
You see, I get more excited about the light.
They are so pretty when they're alive. The colors are so great. But there are some really nice little empty ones in here too. And the fighting conchs are absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Super and vibrant and pretty, and they're everywhere. Oh, and you weren't into it at the time. Oh.
I was busy with kids and just didn't think about it. So,
Some beauties here. But I'm keeping this one because it's purple.
So So do you get to Lido very much? Lido Key?
Well, ever since the storms, the park has been closed off. But Lido Key has actually been producing some pretty good shelling.
South End.
The south end, but it up in the middle a little bit too. Yeah, we were actually John found his baby jay, and I got a piece of a lion's paw.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
my one and only lion's paw and a cob of a jay.
And what was your name?
My name is Becky.
Becky? Awesome. Oh, come here, give me a hug.
Aww.
Well, welcome to Florida. It's so lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I hope you find lots of great
Yes.
goodies. Nice. Well, happy hunting. This is still pretty shallow. Very smooshy though. Sand is shifty under your feet. A bit of a current as the tide comes back in. Just have this desire to dig by all of these broken mangrove things because stuff's piling up around them. And all this stuff still coming out of the sand. Oh, I didn't see that at first. Oh, that's a beauty. Wow. Nice. With that purple tip. Look at that. Oh boy. This big whelk's taking up some space. The bag's starting to get kind of full. There's a sailor's ear. He's fun. Not again. Look at that big beast. What? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Now, if you watch my channel regularly, or if you've seen Charmin's, you've heard both of us mention this shell has holes in it from a boring sponge. But what does that mean? See all these little pinprick holes all over the shell? I've zoomed in close so that you can actually see this. Not the big hole and not the squiggly things that look like wormholes, but all of those little pinprick, little tiny holes that you see in the shell, those are caused by boring sponges. That's what actually makes those holes in the shells. So what exactly is a boring sponge? Well, they're a type of sponge that's found basically all over the world. And guess what they like? Calcium-rich substrates. Guess what shells are made out of? Well, calcium. Now, these sponges don't move around. They form on a rocky or calcium-bearing substrate and then grow, and whatever shells happen to get tumbled against it, well, there you go. So in an adventure that you haven't seen me post yet, we actually found some live boring sponges out in Sarasota Bay when we went out with the Carefree Learner, and I managed to get some pictures of them. So all of those little points, those little polyps that you see, those are the spots that actually will drill the hole in the shell. I also came across this story from the Smithsonian about how they drill faster in acidic seawater. Really not a shocker or a big surprise, since we all know acid will dissolve shells. If you've ever dropped on an acid magic to clean it up, then you know that. So it's not a huge surprise that acidification makes the boring sponge activity a little faster. So there you have it. Now you know what a boring sponge is, what it does, what it looks like, and what it looks like living out in the wild. That's pretty cool. The boring sponge. What's this guy here? Oh, nice juvenile fighter conch. And another lovely whelk. Doing super duper on the whelks today. Really. Genuinely. Alright, I gotta figure out what John did with our bucket. Alright, I stopped for a little interlude. Had a snack, changed my battery, and getting back at it, there's a little horse conch. A little beat up apple murex. And a lovely little dark auger. There's another one there. Those are great. So down here on this end, seem to have quite a bit going on with the tinies. Which I like tidies because then I can pick up more of them. Okay. There's a little whelk right there. A little juvenile fighting conch. Another little baby whelk. And a lace murex. Oh, how beautiful. Lovely, lovely littles. Wonderful. Yeah, so there's some pretty good stuff just right up here. Not very far from where I was sitting. Alright, now, let's get that guy and we'll rinse him a little bit because he's packed full of sand. Lots of juvie fighters over here. I found a nutmeg while I was sitting down. Oh man, the juvenile fighting conchs though. The littles. Look at these. What great colors on these guys. Jeez. Oh boy. There sure is a lot of them. There's another one right down there. Some more over to my left. Okay. There's a moon snail right in front of me. Scooted him the wrong way. Hello, moon. Awesome. Moon and a whelk. Let's get these guys rinsed. Already had a really good trip. There. Oh, look at that rough. That's beautiful. Wow. Okay. Nice brick red rough scallop. Another lightning whelk. And a moon. Keewaydin knocking it out of the park today. It's been just unbelievable for whelks in here. What's this? Oh, big apple murex. There's a banded tulip. Hi, honey. Are you full? You can drop it in the bucket and grab the black one, yeah. It's yellow and I don't know if it's a fighting conch or what it is. Oops, and I dropped it. But now I can see what it is too. It is a fighting conch. Got a beautiful color on there. Missing a chunk of his outer lip. He's pretty colored though. Tide is really starting to move on the way back in here. We had low at about 7:30 this morning, and now we've got a very stiff current moving into this little bay area over here. Is that another big whelk? Let's find out. Oh no, just a cheese piece. That's soft. This whole thing is soft, oh my gosh. Just pounded up shell frit. Oh, it's a quicksand. I gotta get out of this. Oh, that water's really pushing. Oh my gosh. Alright. That's a little hard on the back to walk in stuff that's that soft and against this incredibly strong tide push. I think I'm gonna stay out of that. Here's a pretty little calico clam. And a coquina with a crazy stripe. Ooh, those are fun. I'll take those too. just a piece of it, look. See, a lot of fighting conchs. A lot of broken stuff and a lot of oysters. A lot of calico scallops. Ooh, let's pause right there. See where we were at the top left? All this stuff that looks like coffee grounds in the water here? We are about to hit the tiny shell palooza right here. So watch for that when you're on the beach. It's awesome. This kind of coffee ground material too. Can you see? I wonder if there's wentles here. Hey, that's a cool find. Little tiny tusk shell. Oh wow, it's been months since I've been able to talk about tusk shells. I haven't seen any of these on the beach since, I think, the Honeymoon Island trip last spring. So yeah, tusk shells are a rare find for Florida, and they get chipped up and broken quite often too, so you don't always find them whole. But that right there is a little shell. You could mistake it for plant material with it being that color. It almost looks like manatee grass, small manatee grass, but they're great. Oh, tusk shells are cool, but they're kind of a rare find. Here's one Beach Bum and Dad got last fall. Then we have another here from Bailey Matthews Museum when they were studying them a few years back. And here we have Sunshine Sheller with this Instagram post for some as well. When I went looking online to share some more information about tusk shells, I found that we have more than one kind here around our area of Florida, and that you can actually find these little guys all over the world. So we're going to take a look at a couple of common ones from our neck of the woods, and then we'll get a peek at something a little interesting, a much deeper water one from cold water instead of warm like here in the Gulf. I headed over to the Bailey Matthews site and learned about the American tusk shell and the Antillean tusk shell. But we have a handful more, but these are the most common ones. Now, the American tusk shell is a little bigger, and it's got a kind of a hexagonal shape to it because it has 6 really pronounced ribs. The Antillean is a little smaller, about a ½ inch. It's got ridges and grooves, but with that like little dash dot pattern on it instead. Bailey Matthews Museum was actually studying these little tusk shell fellows, and there's a handful of them around, but the Antillean and the American, we seem to have a little more information on them. Now, they're both scaphopods, which roughly translated means boat foot. Kind of a funky name for them. But you're going to see kind of why in a minute when I show you this next little piece of footage. Ours are shallower water guys. They're not, way out. But then again, if there are some way out, would we know? Because are the shells even washing in? So there may be other deep water ones further out in the Gulf that just haven't really been discovered because we haven't necessarily been looking for them exactly. But they don't really go too deep, these ones that we have learned about. And they basically live on the bottom, and they eat foraminiferas, algae, mollusk, larvae, detritus, mites. They eat anything basically they want to on the bottom. And they kind of dig in and kind of swim through the sand, as we're about to see. Okay, it's time to nerd out. Let's go nerd out. While I was looking up information on this stuff, I came across this really, really awesome video from a channel called The Naturalist Project, and it's a guide to the life of tusk shells. It's only like 3 or 4 minutes long, and I've cut it down to, and changed it a little bit. Number 1, so I don't get in copyright trouble, but number 2, so that I can illustrate for you how these little guys move around, what they look like in the wild, what your, what we're talking about means a lot more when you can actually sort of see what's going on with the critter and how it moves and stuff. So let's go take a look at one from Antarctica.
Today, we'll take a glimpse into the life of a unique type of mollusk,
That's so cool.
the scapopod.
So this is
Or
like the
commonly
biggest
called
one in the world
the
too,
Tusk shell.
these Antarctic ones.
These elusive mollusks can be found in oceans around the world. They're seldom seen alive as they spend most of their lives buried in sand or mud. But here we will watch as these animals burrow in sediment and navigate their marine world. The tusk shell's long, narrow shell has a
Okay,
hole
that's
on each end.
seriously
The larger
cool.
opening is called the
Check that
ventral
thing out.
aperture. This is where the large foot of
that
the
is-
mollusk extends out of the shell, dragging it forward
That's awesome.
as it looks for a new location to burrow.
Just
Scapopods
watching
do not
this
have
little
eyes,
guy
since
move,
they spend most of their
man,
life
that is
buried
just
underground, so it uses
amazing.
tactile and chemosensory cues to find a good location.
That is
The
super
scapopod seems to like this spot
cool.
and begins to burrow.
Oh.
The
Okay,
scapopod digs by projecting their narrow foot into the substrate,
I'd love to get
squeezing
footage of
between
this.
the grains of sand
Jeez.
and pushing them aside.
I do not have the
This foot
equipment
can
to go
extend
down
quite
deep
far
enough
out of the
to
shell, allowing it to reach
get
its
these
peak
guys on
sediments.
camera for sure.
Each side of the foot has a wing-like projection that can be opened, turning the piercing foot into a broad anchor, locking it in place.
Whoa!
It can constrict the muscles of its body with a series of powerful pulls, dragging the rest of the body into the sand.
Oh, I like how it
This
kind of
process is
swims.
repeated
That's
over
cool.
and
Like it
over,
sort of
bringing
swims
tusk
through the
shells
sand
deeper
and just.
into the
I don't
sand.
know why, but I thought they would sit
When
vertically
it is
for
fully
some reason,
submerged,
and
this
that's not what
tusk
they
shell
do at
leaves a
all.
bundle of small tentacles called
Okay, that's
tactula to hunt for microscopic foods.
Well, I don't know about you, but I totally learned something new because I thought they sat upright like this vertically, and that's not what they do at all. They kind of burrow through and sort of swim through the sand. And I was amazed by that. I just thought that was really neat. Now that you know more about these rare little tusk shells, keep your eyes open for them in the high rack line and around tinies with these coffee ground conditions. Let's get back out to Keewaydin and go find some more cool stuff.
Ha ha ha. There's little rice olives. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, look at them. Look at them all. Ah. There must be 20 or 30 of them right here. Let's pick up the ones I can get. Ah. Can't grab them with my basket, they're too tiny.
Oh, little tiny bitty rice olives. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. They're so adorable and so tiny and so easy to miss on the beach. Oh my gosh. You have to really notice them and look for them if you're going to look for them because they are so small. But gosh, they're adorable.
Ooh. That one might be a fly speck though. Doesn't look like a wentletrap completely. Look at these little guys. Oh wow. Oh, these little tinies. Look at them all. These little dwarf olives and that tusk shell. And I think this is a piece of a fly speck. This one here, I'm not sure. The smaller one could be a wentle. Just picking up these little dwarf olives. They're so cute. How sweet. And there's a bunch of them all just right here. Ah, that is a wentletrap. And that is a wentletrap. Oh my gosh. Oh, I lost it. There. Look at these guys. Oh, wentletraps. Yeah. All right, so this one, is this a wentle or is this a Nassau? This looks like it might be a Nassau. Oh my gosh.
Okay, let me calm down and explain, because wentletraps are sought after here like Janonias are sought after here. Because they're so tiny and so hard to find, people spend forever sometimes looking for these guys and never coming across them. I found very, very few during my shelling days, and I was super excited to find them at Keewaydin.
Oh my gosh. Oh, there's another one. Another little wentle.
Wentletrap number 2. All right, the bigger of the two of them, the first one is in the middle of the pile there, and the second one, the smaller of the two, is over here kind of on the bottom right of this little pile. Now, did you know Florida also has 9 different kinds of wentletraps? As hard as they are to find, we have 9 species of them, for heaven's sakes. Oh my gosh. So this is pretty fascinating information, but what kind do I have? In looking at the photos, I would have to say this guy is a number 3, an angulate wentletrap. His little fan blades are spread way out, he's got kind of a thick lip, so he looks like the angulate. I'm also very sad to report that I dropped one somewhere, I don't know where. So all I have is this one guy here. When I emptied my shell jar, my little tiny container, when I put them in there, I must have missed it on the side. I don't know where else it could have gone, because clearly I had 2 of them, but no, when I emptied the tiny jar, I only can find one.
Oh my gosh. Okay, my whole day just turned around. Not that I wasn't having a good day, I was already having an awesome day. But this just notched it up into stellar. 2 wentletraps, oh my gosh. Not sure about that guy. And there's all these little tiny, tiny olives in here. Yeah, another Nassau. John, I can't even show these to him. Okay, how crazy is this? Tusk shell. That's a wentletrap. That's, oops, stuck to my thumb. That's a wentletrap also. There's little dwarf olives in here, and then a couple of Nassaus. What look to be pieces of fly speck seraph, excuse me. I can't believe I just found wentletraps right here. So I run the gamut today from the biggest possible whelks and horse conch I could have found to the smallest of small, beautiful little rare shells. Oh my gosh, 2 wentletraps, are you kidding me? What an awesome time Keewaydin is. We've still got a couple hours before the boat's supposed to be back. I'm gonna just keep enjoying what I find right here. These little teeny olives are so cool. But they're hard to grab. Uh-oh, I just dropped it back in the water. Oh, they're hard to grab. This current wants to take them right out of my fingers. There's more in here. There's one. I am just amazed. Amazed right now. Another little whelk with some little oxygen sediment discoloration. Really great one. A little gray tinge to some nice bright yellow and tan. He's cool. Ooh. Is that a little bubble? It is, a little bubble shell. Ooh, boy. Alright. Can't stand like that for too long. That's painful. But man, how cool is that to find the little dwarf olives and a couple of lentils. Amazing. Amazing. Too bad we don't live a little closer here, because I might just come out here more often since there's such amazing, awesome stuff. Hey, this is kind of a funky little spot down here on the end. Leaves are starting to come out from different directions now. And stuff is piling up. Littles are piling up in little spots. Just see what all falls out of here. What do we got here? Oh, a little baby crown. Top of it's broken off though. I see back here by the bayside, I might find some different stuff that I was finding on the end and on the Gulf side. Especially these little dwarf olives and wentletraps. And I mean, the time to be able to grab those is going away because the water is getting deeper. And this sand down here is soft. And they're washing into this little hollow, but they're not going to stay here as the water rises. So I kind of need to take my shot at these while I can. Not to say I won't pick up other things, but I do need to look really good before I just say no more here. I very, very rarely get wentletraps, so I don't think I found any since like Fort DeSoto a couple summers ago. I was pretty excited. What do we got going? All this little stuff's kind of just washing around. Let's see, the little dwarf olives and the lentils were mixed in with those guys.
And just that fast. Like that. The water level change, the tide swing change, a little bit of current change, and all of a sudden, all those little dwarf olives, those cute little wentletraps, fly speck ceres, poof, they all just disappeared, and I didn't get any more. So it goes to show you how conditions really have a lot to do, really are a factor in finding those little shells like that.
What have we here? Just a half one. Just a half a cone. Just picked up another gaudy nautica too. There's a nice one. Great little horse conch right there. Another horse conch and two more juvenile fighters. Great stuff today. The colors on these guys are super. There's shells all over the place. But I'm having Charlie horses in my legs and I need a break. Just sitting and taking a break, taking it in. It's warmed up quite a lot and I have 2 pairs of pants on. I'm kind of hot. And oh, my legs are done. Not sure where John is at the moment. I'm just gonna chill for a minute. I'm gonna go get some Gatorade. And then maybe I'll find a few more things. Halfway changed down. Apparently my legs swelled up a little bit. So that's why my boots are tight and that's why I'm cramping up. But lucky for me, I brought my sandals so I can get around without the boots. Had to be prepared kind of for multi-season clothing. The boots, the sandals, the extra pants, the extra layers. But yeah, it's warming up enough to get some of those off. Alright, got myself kind of back together here. That piece of a true tulip there. And this is where I stopped. Cute, cute little horse conch. See if these barnacles will come off. Yes, they will. Ta-da! Another cutie pie little horse conch. No clue where John went. His stuff's all back at the bucket. And it's an island, so I know he isn't far. Ooh, what's this? Oh, I was hoping it was a horned snail, but no. Just a worm snail. Ooh, there's a little murex right there. And is that a broken gaudy? Yeah, it is. Ooh, I can cut that and do something with it. That part's too nice to leave. Awesome. So cool, littles. I'm excited I found littles and bigs today. Let's see here. Got a little whelk full of sand and an egg casing. What we got here? A little lightning whelk egg casing. And there's holes, so they've hatched. There's some tulip ones attached to it too. That's kind of fun. And then here's our little whelk. Alrighty. Some more fun finds here on Keewaydin. Got about an hour before the boat comes for us. So I want to swoop around a little more and maybe work in the way high line. See if I find anything different. I'm amazed at how many little things I found even with all these folks here. So there's a lot of people here showing. Hey honey. Have you been finding more stuff?
Not really.
No?
Just picking up stuff that I wouldn't have picked up earlier.
Oh.
But I did find one thing. I don't know what it is.
Well, let's see if we can figure it out.
It's weird. I'm not going to lie to you.
You're not going to believe what I found when I tell you. It's a vertebral column from a fish of some kind. That's a bunch of little vertebrae all stuck together.
Did you find a jig?
I didn't find a jig. I found 2 wentletraps.
You kid.
I'm not. Right on that little end before the tide kind of came in.
It's coming in hard and fast.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't walk around in there. The sand was sucking out from underneath my feet. And then my legs kind of swelled up and I couldn't walk anymore because they were cramping because of my boots. So I had to peel that stuff off.
There's a huge jellyfish in the water.
I didn't see it.
Oh, he was massive.
Well, I'm going to go this way to the water since stuff seems to be pushing up. I want to see.
By the way,
Huh?
that's because you're flying in my coat took it off.
Yeah?
The fighting conch above found its twin.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I found a little baby horse and the 2 wentles, some dwarf olives. I found some neat stuff.
Look at the purple tip on him. It's dark.
Ooh, he's pretty.
Look.
There you go. Alright, I'll be over there in a few minutes. I'm just going to poke over here for another minute or two. But that current is getting insane in there though. Ooh, look at that pretty orange one. Hey. A couple of fun little finds. A beautiful orange calico scallop. And a corrugate jewel box. It's kind of funky looking. Ooh, he's pretty orange. So we came all the way down from Sarasota. Our Shell Club is here today.
Oh, how exciting!
Yeah.
We just came from Naples.
Oh, fun.
We belong to a boat club, so we were able to come out on the boat house.
Marvelous. You too. Little baby lightning whelk. Wrecked up moon.
Watch this, guys. You come up.
Oh, that's a lovely one.
You don't feel obligated.
He's beautiful. Thank you. Oh, wow. Is that a cone? Look at that. Florida cone. Still has some marking on the top. He's a little broken. Missing the bottom part of him. But that is my first Florida cone today, so I will take that too. Sweet. Okay. This is fun too with stuff getting washed in now. Oh. Okay, that's cold. Little teeny tiny whelk in there. Ooh, got it before the waves came. Oh, look how precious. Oh, that is darling. Really super, super cute. Little baby lightning whelk. Water is chilly. Oh my gosh. Whew. Okay, that water's cold. Alright, let's put this little guy in the jar. What a stellar shelling day here at Keewaydin. This Murex, it's a beauty. Just sitting up here in the back of this little pile right before the edge of the washover right here. Little slippers and coquinas and all sorts of fun littles in this back of this stuff. There's little baby fighting conchs all over the place. This is a great little vase Murex. Still kind of frilly on his edges. Beautiful. Is that a crown conch? conch. It is. It's in a little bit of rough shape. Yeah, he's a little beat up. But it's whole. Little crown conch. It's got wet sand in it is all. Nice. Speaking of wet, I should get it wet. Alright, let's rinse this guy. Ooh, there's a nice little baby fighter right there too. Alright, so this one might benefit from a little bit of acid washing. You can see there's color in there, but it's a little faded and sediment discolored too. But that guy's not. Pointy and perfect and lovely little juvie fighter. Wow. It's so much fun here today. Here is another lace murex. Big old moon snail down here. Another cute little juvie fighting conch. He's kind of wrecked, that guy. There's one that's not. And a little baby olive. There's worms all over the place. Which is awesome because I wanted to find some to collecting them for something special.
For all of his going out far into the water and risking his life, found some beautiful horse conchs.
Oh, wow.
Big ones.
The guy that was way far out? Who is broken. Tiny fighting conchs. Oh my gosh. They're so cute. Look at these. Look at these colors. Mercy. There's another one right down here. Nice dark bubble. What a cool fistful of stuff. Do I have room in the tinies? Let's see. Yep, I still have some room. Nice little whelk on my side here. To my right. This guy here. Oh, maybe not so nice. He's a little pitted. Here's a great button snail. He's perfect. Ooh, and there's another one. Oh, that one's broken out in the back though. That one's broken out in the top. There's a Nassau. His tip is a little broken. Another button and a little baby cone. Oh, how cute. Another sweet juvie. A little tiny tulip. My goodness. Big stuff and tiny stuff, same day. So fun. These little tiny juvie fighting conchs though, oh my gosh. Look at this. More sweet little tinies. All kinds of them. Wow. Okay. Look at that apple murex that just got pushed up and in. And this little guy. So many fun little goodies. Ooh. The tinies here are insane. Oh my gosh, that's a little tiny canthus. So, a couple Yerks with a hole, some tiny fighting conchs, and a little tinted cantharus. Nice. This is like crazy in here with the tinies. They're everywhere. Just everywhere. That looks like a piece of a little fallen angel wing, maybe. And I haven't seen anything like that today. Angel wings, false angel wings, campeches, fallens, none of those. So I thought down here by the bottom we might, but not to be today, that's alright. There's so much other amazingly cool stuff. Oh boy. They're pretty nice. Yeah, I think that's a couple good shells maybe to end the day on. I'm about at the end of the amount of times I can bend over. That's it for me. So Keewaydin and you were so much fun today. Really and truly. Wow, Gary, that's a really beautiful true. I mean, look at that lip. That's a beauty. Excellent, sir. And let's see, somebody else up here at a really great horse conch. Let's take a look at that. You got, oh, alphabet cone. And a horse and sand dollar. Nice.
Really proud of the horse conch.
That's a beauty. There was some nice big shells here today. It was really outstanding. There's a great alphabet cone. Show that bad boy off. Very nice. Very, very nice.
That's a nice one.
You guys got some horses in there too?
Did you want to sit here?
Oh no, I have a seat back there already.
Yeah.
But boy, you got a nice selection of those.
Such an overperformer.
Wow, very cool. So this was way out further in the water diving for them. How deep were you?
Pardon?
How deep were you in the water? Like
Waist the most.
okay,
'Cause I don't want to dive too far down. Oh,
awesome.
that's a beauty.
Yeah, I've got one that's not as nice as these. Mine's broken. That little island where all those birds are over there was actually exposed to the point where people could walk to it this morning when we were right at low tide. But once the tide started coming back in, that kind of got cut off. Sand will move under your feet quickly, so if you do attempt that, you'll have to be a little careful about that. That watercolor is gorgeous though, isn't it? Well, honey, what do you think of your first Keewaydin adventure? We're gonna have to do this one again.
So what did we find on this amazing Keewaydin adventure? Let's go through a little retrospective in pictures. One angulate wentletrap, although I did find two. I just have the one. Look at that jujube top snail and dusky, and those little dwarf olives, the Nassau's. Oh my gosh, that Tusk shell. And look at that gaudy there up on the left-hand side. There it is again on the top. Gorgeous tinies. That gaudy's beautiful. Nice broad rib cardita. Lots of really great whelks. There's some paper figs in our bags, both our bags as well. And a lot of alphabet cones. John did really well on those. Here's a really beautiful, nice dark fighting conch. And that gorgeous bright orange fighting conch as well. What a stunner that was. There's some banded tulips in our bags as well. That gorgeous sunray Venus clam. Here's some horse conchs. We got some horse conchs too. That gorgeous, ginormous whelk. He's a stunner. There's that beautiful gaudy with a nice calico scallop, actually. We had a sand dollar too. That was cute, nice find. Some really awesome little tiny shells. Just all kinds of awesome tinies. There's my wentletraps, Nassau's, and dwarf olives. And here's my haul. Here's from my shell bag. You can see we've got that really nice big horse conch in there. That huge olive that I found. And look at all those beautiful whelks in the background. That big giant eastern oyster. There's some of those gorgeous whelks. What a smattering of colors and shapes and sizes and stripes on them. Oh, Just a beautiful, beautiful selection of shells from Keewaydin. Couldn't be happier with it. Really a fun, fun shell outing. And that was just my bag. John had a whole other haul of his own. Take a look. John also got a great assortment of whelks in all kinds of sizes and colors, some beautiful fighting conchs, all different kinds of alphabet cones buried in this bag right now. He did great too. I can't say enough good things about that shelling trip. We had so much fun, saw so many cool things, found all kinds of cool stuff, from the tiniest little wentletraps and dwarf olives all the way up to the whelk and the big horse conch. It was a complete Shellapalooza, fun, awesome time out there at Keewaydin, and I can't say enough good things about going out there. Gotta put it on your bucket list to do. Well, I hope you enjoyed this really fun Keewaydin adventure, and stay tuned to the channel because we have more adventures coming out next week. In the meantime, while we're waiting for the next thing to drop, take a look at some of these videos up here. These are the ones that YouTube thinks that you would enjoy the most next. And remember, if you want to have adventures like these, then you know what you need to do. Get out there and go shelling.
Thank you.